Hey guys, it sucks and welcome back to my channel for another speed build. So it's been a little bit since my last one of these, I'll be honest. I was in a little bit of a rut for a while, a little bit of a builder's block, if you may. Speaking of blocks though, today's speed build, it's something, oh my god, it's something I've kind of wanted and slash started to try to do before, but I've always wanted to do this project. And I've tried it before. I did like a beta version and it's like I still have it, but it's like I don't know, I wanted to do a more refined version. Either you have no idea what I'm talking about because I haven't explained it. Either way, I wanted to turn this street, you can see it right now as I'm kind of putting these roofs on this street in Willow Creek. I wanted to like turn it into a more densely populated commercial slash residential area, and I kind of wanted to have these smaller buildings, maybe made for more like urban areas, like more people. Like there's some apartment units, there's some like more townhousey units. Most of the residential units, or not residential, commercial units come with a apartment on top. Some are just meant to be apartments. I don't know, there'll be a wide variety of structures kind of I build. I mean, it's kind of all like mushed into this one like mega structure basically, but it's a bunch of like little tinier structures. It's a very like more urban planning, I feel like it's definitely inspired on like a real life kind of block. Like I feel like if I go into the city where I live, I mean I don't live in a city, I live in a small town in like buttfuck middle of nowhere, but like if I went to the city, the closest city nearby, that's about like 30-45 minutes, there'd definitely be a lot of buildings like in this type of style. They might be a little bit different in terms of architectural style. I kind of wanted to stick to the more kind of New Orleans-ish style that comes with Willow Creek, so the architectural style might just be a little bit different. I mean, there might actually be some influences of like Boston architecture too. Listen, bro, I take the influences from wherever I've been and I like sneak it into my build because like that's just what my subconscious does. Honestly, I've never been to New Orleans, so I want to go. I had the opportunity to go during a school trip, but like it's definitely a place I really want to go, and I definitely would like to say I'm well versed in the architecture of. I've done a lot of my own research into the style just because it's something I adore, tbh. So I wanted to try and take some influences from that, and just some influences from where I live as well, because always that kind of blends in. And again, from like Massachusetts, so this is just a real mishmash of freaking architectural styles. Yeah, but it's fun. I've kind of always had this vision, like it's this very specific like type of building, and it's like remember this was like when I first started playing The Sims 4. It was a little after I first started playing The Sims 4, a little after the Get Together EP came out, because I was still playing The Sims 3 because I couldn't quite afford The Sims 4 yet. But I don't know, there's this photo set I saw on Tumblr, and like I wonder if I could still find it. I might still have it on my phone because it is heavily inspired by that. Like obviously it's not the same thing, but it is definitely inspired by that. And like I think I do have it on my old phone, because like this would be, god, when did The Sims 4, this would be in like 2015, 16, around then. But I might still have that photo set because it's like, I don't know, it's definitely been such an influence just on my building style in general. It's just this photo set of this, I don't know, like a mega build almost. I'm gonna have to find that because that's like what inspired me to really get into building. I don't know, so I do want to kind of give credit to that original person. I wonder if they're still around in the Sims community. That would be interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look later on in my pictures to see if I can find them. But yeah, either way, continuing on right now, I'm just there are so many goddamn pillars in this. Oh yeah, I should probably go over the packs I use, because this is a pack restricted build. So I'm only doing the exterior shell of this right now, because I planned on using only 3 packs for the exterior shell, which then I'm going to upload onto the gallery so you can decorate it however you want. I don't know, for decorators to use. I don't know if there's like a subgenre of decorators, but like, I don't know, I want to cater to them, because I feel like if there is, like, holy shit, you're awesome. So here, have these unfurnished cluster fluffs of builds. Go nuts. I'm sure this would be like a furnisher's dream, TBH. Maybe, I don't know. I'm excited to furnish it, and I'm like not the biggest furnisher. Like, I definitely like exteriors more. But yeah, I'm still excited. But I'm just doing the shell in this build. So, for the furnishing, I'm gonna be going like pack wild. Like, I'm not gonna use any CC, but I'm gonna use all the stuff I have. But the actual shell, I only use 3 packs total, and that's the first 3 that ever came out. So get to work, get together. Wow, remember when they had that? Remember when they had that theme? Wow. And then city living. So yeah, it only uses those 3 packs. And why did I choose those? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have those packs. I mean, I'd hope so. Those are my favorite packs, especially when it comes to buildings. I mean, actually, no, they are my favorite packs, but it's like, honestly, all of the EPs have such great stuff for building, honestly. But I use those 3 because I feel like they're almost like tantamount to building this type of residential commercial kind of stuff, because Get to Work has a lot of good like industrial like staircases and stuff, and like commercial like, I don't know, displays and whatever, and like counters and stuff. Like, it's just good for commercial lots all around. Get together. I needed the pillars. Those pillars that I placed freaking everywhere. Yeah, I needed those. Can't live without them. So that's why I included that pack. It also has some good like city or like street objects, like some nice potted plants and whatnot. Some nice debug items. And then for what was the last? Oh yeah, city living. It's city living. Like, it comes with a bunch of like city stuff. Like, this is kind of supposed to be a city-ish, outskirts of city, more urbanish area. So I thought that was appropriate too. So yeah, I only use those 3. This is up on my gallery now. I believe it's under Willow Creek Block 1 Unfurnished. My gallery ID is I am socks with 2 S's at the end of socks. So yeah, if you want to furnish this, I would love to see it. Honestly, I would love to see pictures of it. So please tag me on my Twitter. My Twitter is below. My Twitter is just socks sim stuff. But please, if you do, if you don't, okay, cool. I don't know. I just feel like if someone does ever furnish this, I'd love to see it. Please. So I'll be doing a separate video for furnishing, and I have a feeling this video is only like 15-16 minutes long. The furnishing video is probably going to be around 30 to 40 minutes, just because there's so much more that needs to go into it than the exterior, and I detailed the exterior a shit ton, but there's gonna be a lot of details. Like, there's multiple units I have to fill. Like, okay, let's go over like what units I've included. So this first one, this is more of a apartment slash store. So I kind of thought like a convenience store, the one on the left, because now I'm on the right one, which is more of a townhouse. This little one with the kind of turret, that's definitely a townhouse. But the one next to it was a convenience store slash apartment above it. Apartment was accessible from the other side of the block. This is more like a townhouse. It's kind of really like wedged in there, which I kind of love. The one I'm placing stairs for just then, that more like blocky building, that is a laundromat with, again, another apartment on top. It's, again, accessible from the other side. I don't know, I feel like that was realistic, because there's this weird building in my town. There's an apartment above it, but you have to like go like, I don't know, like around it to like access it. I don't know, it's weird. It's hard to explain. You'd have to like see it. But this other corner unit, this is another townhouse. There's definitely more residential than commercial on this block and might change a little more as we go further. And the last block is going to be a lot of commercial. I just kind of wanted to fill up these first 3 lots with more residential just because there's a lot of more squeezed in areas, you know, because I'm going to be filling up this whole block. I'm going to be building 4 separate blocks basically. This one I kind of wanted to make an ice cream shop in particular. You can turn it into whatever you want if you furnish it, but in my mind this is an ice cream shop just because of the location. It's not too like out there on the main road. It's like more of like a little gem you have to travel to. Like I know there's this one this town kind of on the outskirts of the county I like to go to because I have some family there. There's like this ice cream shop by the pier, and it's kind of like, I don't know, like tucked away. It's right next to a park, and I kind of based it off of that. I don't know. There's an apartment above that as well, and it's accessible through there. Same with the laundromat apartment. So there's 2 apartments on that staircase. This one is just another townhouse unit, and then yeah, you can see the apartment staircase to the convenience store unit there. And then I'm kind of going through placing all the doors. Right now I'm just detailing. I've basically done the shell. There's a lot of debug I use on the exterior too, just to kind of like clutter it up. Again, there's a lot of details in this build. That's for sure. I wanted to make it look lived in. I wanted to make it look like a city, like a place where people lived, and I think I'm really proud of how this looks, honestly. Like I'll be one to say that like this looks good. This looks like nice. This looks, I don't know, and I don't like to like gloat like, oh look at me, I'm such a good builder. But like I just like this. I love this style of build. I wish I knew like the exact name for it. That would be really, really good to know. Yeah, sorry if the camera flipping like all over the place. Like I'm just trying to go through the catalog and place some stuff. Oh yeah, there's lots of balconies too. I don't know, maybe it's not like the most realistic because you can't really use those balconies, but like in the place I live, there's definitely a lot of those like faux balconies used on windows and stuff. So I kind of wanted to add a little bit of that. And I feel like that's the case in a lot of places. I like those little faux balconies. They're just so cute. They're the illusion of a balcony. It makes me feel like I'm living in a I was gonna say like a Victorian like fantasy, but I'm like, no, the Victorian era wasn't really a fantasy. It was more like lead in your makeup and dying of the plague, but like, you know, kind of like a romanticized version of that era, like the balconies, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm rambling. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the voiceover part of the video here. I don't really have much more to say on the build. I feel like the commentary I do on the interior will be a little more in depth, and I'll have less pack restrictions too, so I'll be so excited to just clutter these buildings all up. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you want to download this build, you can download it on my gallery. Maybe I'll upload it to like, I don't know, my Patreon or some file share or something too. It's like a tray file. I don't know. Do people download those or do people use the gallery? Again, really don't know. Let me know. I'll do whatever though. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed this build. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video of whatever I make.